Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is our HILs HZB5. I knew I would forget, so I wrote it down over there on the box. HZB5. 5-string, multi-scale, awesome color changey chameleon looking thing. Uh, this is time for its review. I've had it for just over a week, almost 2 weeks now. I also tried this exact one out at NAMM, so I'd already played around with it a bit anyway. But time for the review of this lovely beastie before it gets sent on. We do our 4 P's: playability, parts, practicality, and purchasability. So, playability on this. Five out of 5. Completely playable. Got a nice little thumb rest as a pickup there. It's not at an uncomfortable angle. It's not super pointy, so you got a good place to leave your finger. It has the multiscale. I find that more comfortable. Fret edges on this one are wonderful. All of the things that you could want to make it a comfortable playing unit. 5 out of 5. Parts, 4 out of 5. It does have the top screw down set screw to hold the strings. I do like that this one isn't just individual pieces, it's one solid bar. The railing through this system, however, I've used it before. If you have exceedingly heavy gauge strings and they don't taper at the right spot, you are at risk that they won't fit through. So there is that slight risk. And my biggest complaint on this is the tuning bridges. To set intonation, you have to physically move the saddle pieces. It is not where it's mechanically adjusted with a screw. I've said it on many videos. I prefer a definable mechanical adjustment to moving it slightly one way or the other. Luckily, this one came set up wonderfully. Intonation was all set. However, that is my only complaint. I do love this tuning system. These tuning holders on the end do have a nice amount of knurling to be able to get a decent grip. Unlike some other companies that have some more smoother knurling, that's harder to grip. Anyway. So, there is that. I do like these knobs. I believe these are hip shot O-ring knobs for the blend as well as the push-pull volume control that engages the passive mode. The switch on it's nice. Got a nice little three-way switch to go between series passive and single coil for the Music Man style bridge pickup. Rest of this is all great. These pickups do have a sound all their own. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. They do have their own tone. The other HILs that I have, which is a dual single coil, has its own flavor of sound, and the short scale that I reviewed also has its own flavor of sound. So I don't know if that's something particular to HILs, if it's the way they're voicing the pickups, I'm not sure. But they do have a sound all their own. I like it. Your mileage may vary. But anyway, on the parts, 4 out of 5, mostly because of the having to move the saddle pieces by hand. Also, I forgot on parts, you can add a half a point if you want. It has feet. I don't know if you can see those, but it has little rubber feet. I talked about it in the unboxing, but it has rubber feet. You can set it on the ground. It's not going to hurt it, and just lean it up against a wall if you don't have a stand. That's pretty cool. Extra bonus half point for that. Practicality, 4 out of 5. Some places that you go aren't exactly going to be happy if you show up with a 5-string multi-scale color changing headless thing. They may not like that, may not be the look for which they're going, but hey, you know, that's their problem, not your problem. But if they don't like it and they choose not to hire you back, then it becomes your problem. So there's that. 4 out of 5 on practicality. Purchasability, 5 asterisk. As of the time of this video releasing, these should have already been on the pre-orders available, and they should be shipping soon. This should be coming out the beginning of April, and it's beginning of April to mid-April, somewhere in there, that Ron says they should have them for distribution. So hopefully Purchasability is a 5 out of 5, that you can purchase one and have it here soon, or the Purchasability might be a 1 out of 5 that you can't have one right now, but you can order one and it'll be there eventually. One of those two, either way, it's really a 5 out of 5. It's just a matter of how impatient you are. So that gives us our total score of, wow, 4, 4, 5, and 5 is 18. Probably an asterisk out of 20. Awesome score. That for an awesome base. I really like this. I'm really hoping Ron will see in his generous heart that I get to hang on to this and don't have to send it back after all the other base peeps do their reviews of it, and it comes back to me for final inspection. And hopefully that inspection is that it hangs up here on the wall. That's the hope. Either way, 18 out of 20. There should be little sprinklings in here of me playing between segments, or if not, maybe it's just going to be at the end. I don't know, but either way, the end of the video should end with, as always, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching. I hope you have a day as awesome as you are.